The carnivore community has never liked me.
I recently taught Frank Tufano about the importance of iodine. He shortly thereafter began feverishly accusing other people in the carnivore community of stealing his work without crediting him for it.
I mean, Shawn Baker trash talked to my knowledge, but he is being funded by someone. He's getting on podcasts that have hundreds of thousands of followers. The vegans are going to have a fucking ball with this, I'm telling you right now. Maybe not. Maybe they're all in bed together. If vegans don't take this and run with it, then we know they're in bed together.
Well, I'm here. So, no, the vegans are not in bed together. In fact, this Frank drama thing spoke to me so much that I had to get out of bed for this. I got a lot of clips for you that I need to comment on. And my long-term fans might have been thinking about me. Thought I would jump in on this because Frank has discovered some things that I've known for about 3 years now.
It seems like people are just trying to turn the table without actually addressing what I've said. Shawn Baker just did a video, basically. He did a bunch of ad hominem attacks. He also trash talked my knowledge, but the reality is I'm smarter than all of these dimwits combined. I hate to break it to you guys.
Yeah, I got to weigh in on this one. There's a lot of truth. It's mostly true there. Most of his community are dimwits, and that's not just my bias talking. It's been pretty well documented. As for him being smarter, up until recently, I was saying that he has a lot of knowledge. I think I've said this in a video. He has so much that it's a detriment to him. I've said this before, that this happens with nutritionists a lot. When they get into the study of nutrients, you get too deep into it. The nutrients and how they affect the body and interact with each other, and you can just get real carried away. And then you lose sight of actual health and the actual food you're eating. And you end up eating baby lamb livers or kidneys, whatever. But at the same time, I was forgetting about his debate performances. Yeah, in my last video, someone saying that he showed his ignorance. So I'm a little confused. How could he be so ignorant and know so many things? Oh, maybe some upcoming clips give a clue. So more clips of this cat fight.
Yeah, you could say I'm being rude, but find someone with half the amount of videos as me. If you combined every single video every other carnivore did, every piece of research, it wouldn't surmount to the amount of hours I have on my YouTube channel. You could combine all of their you could combine all of it, and it wouldn't equal the amount of work that I have put into this diet and improving people's health.
Now this had me intrigued here. I have to comment on this because he's sounding a lot like me, how I sounded like 2-3 years ago. Yeah, I can relate to this because I also have a ton of videos and work that I've put into this. And then some people come along and they get popular real fast. Well, actually that's not what's really going on. I slowly learned that if someone's a success quickly on YouTube, it's because they had success somewhere else and then brought it to YouTube. Like some doctors, they probably had a website or some kind of retreat or books, yeah. And so a lot of people already know the person. I like to point out Vegan Games. He had a channel before this one. We're talking 2015. He had a gaming channel, played video games, which he still does to this day. So he already had a following. And yeah, I've noticed that a lot of carnivores, like the ones who get popular, they've only been doing the diet for a few months. But again, they were probably doing something before that. And switching diets, as we know, makes you more popular. And of course, I've had this experience myself, being irritated because I have more time logged as a vegan, like 24 years. by far than most popular YouTubers. And people don't seem to value that. The YouTube environment.
That clown of a feedlot doctor salad boy.
Okay, so I noticed some comments under Michelle Lowe's video asking who this salad boy is. So I'll tell you right now, that's someone I haven't heard of. I guess his name is Dr. Saladino. So again, yeah, see, he's a doctor. And either doctors have a following already, they're a professional, they've been in the profession for a while, or they have a lot of money.
Dr. Salad Boy? What does he have? 20 videos on his YouTube channel? He is being funded by someone. He's getting on podcasts that have hundreds of thousands of followers. Hundreds of thousands. He's getting on podcasts that have 1 million followers, and I've reached out to every single podcast he was on, and they didn't even respond to me. I have a larger following in the carnivore community. I've been on the diet for a longer period of time.
They have a lot of money, and so they can fund themselves. I know Dr. Berg does this.
And I've come to the conclusion that Dr. Berg is a scam artist. No one could be that deluded. At least not a doctor. Well, he's not a doctor. Well, that's another thing. And he has some unethical business practices, which I will be covering in a different video. And look at this post here of some of his followers. They even sound like shills. It's quite possible he's paying them.
And of course, the word doctor gets respect, and we've been fighting that for a while.
And Shawn Baker even said, "Oh, he's lying about being on the diet for 7 years."
Frank should consider himself lucky here. No one's ever accused me of lying about anything because I'm such small potatoes. See, if someone had accused me of lying, that would be publicity, and Frank is getting it. And he does very well on his channel. I don't know what these complaints are about. I think he's making too big a deal out of this. So Frank is seeing what I saw 3 or 4 years ago. And of course, when there's money involved, there's going to be people who conspire to make money or to brainwash people. And food is big business. And there's also shills. We've seen that in politics. We've seen spying, infiltrating, and of course it's going to be going on here. And here's a clip of me from September 1st, 2015, talking about this kind of stuff. I was a little worried about making this video because from my last few videos, people might start getting the impression that I have something against women. But let me ask you this. Does this person look like a woman to you? She is the topic of today's video. So for a few months now, I've been seeing this face on YouTube, off to the side, suggested videos. Someone said, I think this would be a turnoff to meat eaters. If meat eaters aren't watching her, and us vegans aren't watching her, then who is watching? Maybe people who just see her advertisement? And then all of a sudden we're talking about her. See, that works. She's now making it a rule to contradict everything that we say in our videos, whatever it is. She's even for GMOs and Monsanto, pro-medical establishment, anti-alternative treatments, and basically just about anything that the vegan community stands for. And this is supposed to just make her stick out as being smart. Like she is just so awesome. Like she is the man.
There is no evidence that eating animal products, any animal products, causes testicular cancer or any cancer. Eating certain animal products...
What?
And here's a thumbnail I made way back then when I was doing a lot of videos about conspiracy, shills, and corruption in big business. And there I am with my tinfoil hat. I didn't want to make one like Michelle did the other day, so I forget how I did that. I guess I found a picture of a tinfoil hat. Yeah, I think I remember searching for tinfoil hats. This whole community needs tinfoil hats, and you shouldn't waste your time with them. Just eat a reasonable diet, high in fruits and vegetables, really high in fruit, as fruit is the most natural food for human beings. And don't try to hack and reinvent nature.
I recently taught Frank Tufano about the importance of iodine in human nutrition.
Garland Farms, send me a primer on iodine so I don't have to do all the research.
After which he attempted to paint himself as the iodine messiah without crediting me in the least for helping him out in this regard. I really was okay with this, right up until he shortly thereafter began feverishly accusing other people in the carnivore community of stealing his work without crediting him for it, which is incredibly hypocritical of Frank, considering how he's gone out of his way to avoid giving me credit for helping him learn about several subjects, including iodine, regenerative farming, and bovine colostrum.
That sounds delicious. Tell me more.
Frank Tufano was yet again, in his ongoing efforts to overshadow the entire carnivore community, misrepresenting how he actually discovered the important role that iodine plays in human health.
Frank, what are your thoughts on the video of X person on you? The carnivore community has never liked me.
I am not surprised at all if the community doesn't like him, because as I stated back in February, Frank is weird. I'm actually surprised he gets those kind of views he gets. I see a conspiracy there, although that's YouTube. You know, a lot of people who follow somebody don't actually like him. That's especially true for his kind of videos. He does a lot of clickbait, and the people he's targeting aren't going to really care about him and how weird he is or all his health problems. They just want to hear the negative stuff that he's dishing out.
My girlfriend could tell right away he does makeup, and she's like, yeah, it's obvious, look at those eyebrows. He's like trying to play this character, trying to be straight.
I don't think Frank's weird now. Let's be
Wait.
straight.
Are you saying that Frank Tufano is not weird?
Going back to the first week of your constant whining and bitching about how that Saladino character is supposedly ripping off your ideas, you already shat on Tristan after he had helped you out quite a bit. You are more and more disliked in the carnivore community each and every day.
Coordinated harassment against me.